Tintype is a Civil War era photographic process that makes the image on a sheet of tin. So it's about 160 years old. Its heyday was probably 1850 to 1890, something like that. So the attraction with tintype was I can make my own chemistry, I can do it in the field, usually with some homemade camera of some creation, and that's really appealing. I love to make tintypes more than other types of photographs, primarily because it's an active process. And when we're shooting on location, you find that wherever you set up your darkroom, you want it to be kind of close to the shots that you plan to take, because once that plate comes out of the bath, you have a limited amount of time before it will dry out and you'll lose your image completely. Usually call ahead and make sure the models are in place and the grips have the light where the light needs to be. Run down there, check the focus, shoot the plate, and run it right back into the darkroom as quick as you can to get it developed. So that can be a little tricky. I think originally I was just fascinated by old tintypes and the clarity and the depth that you find in something that's 160 years old. I get to control every little piece of it. My camera is largely homemade. It's a lens that I found and love and figured out how to fit it onto a camera of a different era. And then the chemistry is really like cooking. You get these old recipes that are 160 years old. You have to figure out, how do we tweak this for my environment or my preference for contrast or speed or whatever it is. When they get to see the image, that's the magic moment. And that's when it becomes obvious. This is a handmade process. It's chemistry, it's light. There's nothing more to it than that really, but you're making this pretty magical image. So that's always cool to see. It never gets old to watch people's reactions to that. If you're kind of a photographic nerd, you can really get into the weeds with a process like this. You really get to tailor those images to how you want them to look. So every image is really a very unique fingerprint. It's a signature of that photographer.